All right, testing, making sure that all of my audio is working, that y'all can hear me, that everything is going the way it needs to go. Can I get a response in chat if anyone is there? It looks like I've got about 27 people watching right now. Can I get a response in chat? Let me know if anybody can hear me. Just making sure. Make sure that we can all hear me. If we can all hear me, let me know. It'd be very helpful. Excellent. Fantastic. Well, welcome you guys. I hope y'all are excited. Before we get down to business, there's something else we need to do real fast. I need to make sure that y'all can hear YouTube okay. I want to make sure that that's not a problem. So we're going to go to another video just to see if y'all can hear it okay. So let's see if y'all can hear this okay. Or at least some kind of equivalent, but instead some Asian girl with a flintlock and a cutlass. However, her design, voice lines, and backstory point me to a different pirate in history than Blackbeard by far, and one that I would argue was infinitely superior to the famous Teach. I believe that the pirate hero is based on the real pirate queen of China, Chengshi, also known as Tsing Yat-so. Chengshi's early life is a mystery, but we all right, y'all can hear the screen okay too? Y'all can hear me and the video playing? In Gongzhou and ended up a mere prostitute. Fantastic. There she had a chance in... All right, perfect. Then in that case, we're all good to go. We're all good to go. So I'm excited for this stream. It's a little on the low side. I think we can fix that in just a minute. Let me see. Yeah, let's up the desktop, up mine. There we go. That should do it. All right. Super fantastic. We'll bring this up over to overlay. Perfect. Okay, guys. Well, as you know, today we are doing a live reaction to the Year 6 Season 1 reveal Warrior's Den live stream from home. I don't even know why they're from home anymore. This whole COVID thing seems to have just gone out the window at this point. It just made a subtle reveal. I don't even have to wear a mask at work anymore. I haven't had to wear a mask at work for the last, month or two? Like, it hasn't even been a problem. My own manager's kind of like, who needs masks anymore, you know? Like, who even wears those anymore? Anyway, so let's see. Let's look at the chat. How am I? I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired. I slept in today because it's my first day off since last Thursday. So I'm a little worn out, but I am doing well. News to rework? I wish, but I don't think so. Hello, fellow For Honorers. I like that. Definitely an Opera GX moment. Oh, for sure. Is that a good browser? I actually like Opera GX. I think it's pretty nice. Yeah, it's going to be about 15 minutes. I wanted to hop on early so that way I didn't miss anything, and that gave y'all plenty of time to hop on. So this is kind of a good chance for y'all to ask me questions or, just chat with me before we get started because we got about 15 minutes. What facial hair do I sport? I've got a small beard. Like, it's nothing thick. Like, it's more of scruff more than anything else. But I keep the scruff thing going on. Shaolin rework? I've heard that there's going to be a Shaolin rework. I don't know. What are your hopes for this Warrior's Den? I really hope that they reveal, what fantasy elements they're going to be adding to For Honor. And I also hope that they give me a hint of what kind of heroes are going to be coming. They probably won't, but I'd like a hint at the very least. Do a flip? I cannot. Yo, Raven, you ready for some Arthurian Legends? Yes, I'd love some Arthurian Legends. It'd be sick. What's your opinion on a Jormungandr possible rework or the Highlander rework? The biggest thing Jormungandr needs help with is range. Jormungandr has absolutely no range to their attack. And as for Highlander rework, he might need a slight nerf. Because I think this is something that I've noticed a lot with Highlander. With Highlander, all you need to do to really win is light, heavy, or light into overhead spinning heavy, because for some reason even when I just try to block that heavy, somehow it still goes through my guard. It's really weird. But yeah. No hero, right? Yes, there will be no hero this season, but next season we will get a new hero. I got history test tomorrow, but I think I go with my luck. This evening I'll be here. Oh, fantastic. Thank you for joining us. What do you think the next theme will be about, or what new things will arrive? I think this coming season is going to be very Arthurian, very high medieval fantasy, but I'm excited for whatever. Do you want a long beard, Raven, or do you prefer a small beard? I prefer my small beard. If it's too long, I just lose control of it. So I prefer it controlled, like a small scruff on my face. Good morning, comrades. The KGB Bellatrov. Good morning. Anyway, hey Raven, how do you feel about the dragon? I don't know. I'm looking forward to see what they do with that. This will be the last time I ask this. Drip contest when? Okay, so about the fashion contests, I did the Warden fashion contests, and we were going to do the Sanhu fashion contest, and then the Discord fiasco happened, so I'm no longer on my own Discord to look at the stuff that's there, so we're not doing any fashion contests yet. I'm staying away from that for the time being, so there's your answer. Raven, what is your favorite ancient civilization? I don't have a favorite, just because I think each one gives me something new to really enjoy, so can't really say I have a favorite. Say, why is Lancelot the second most well-known Arthurian knight? Because Lancelot is famous for cheating on Arthur's wife, Guinevere. That got him pretty popular. What would be your pick for a hero? A Rajput hero. Do you think Centurion needs a tracking attack? No. I don't. I've never been a big fan of those anyway. What are you hoping for with the Shaolin rework? Get rid of his temporary guard and give him at least one hyper armor attack. Do you think Centurion needs a... I answered that. What's the best match you had on For Honor? Oh, that's a hard... I remember one match that I had. This was almost a year ago now. But I was playing a Nuthia, and everyone on my team was telling me, dude, Nuthia sucks. Don't play Nuthia. You're going to do bad. You're going to get us all killed. I ended up clutching the match. That was a good match. Yes. It was 4-on-1. I clutched the match as Nuthia. It was like the best For Honor moment I've ever had. Raven, how would you feel if For Honor did some sort of event or character or skin? Well, they do that a lot, so I'd feel fine with it. Will we have a shirtless Raven in the future to off his six-pack? No, because I don't want YouTube to get mad at me. Hey, Raven, have you ever had papaya? I just got one and I'm going to try it later. I have not had papaya. Imagine if Vlad was the new character. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I'd like a Vlad the Impaler character. No Arabian hero. I mean... they can do that. Hey, Raven, which Arthurian knight is your favorite except for King Arthur himself? Galahad. Let's see. Nuthia really needs a rework. Yes, she does. How long have you been playing For Honor? Since it came out, believe it or not. What do you think will... who do you think will get the skin this season? I think it's going to be Warden. Although there isn't a new hero coming, what faction do you think they would be in, and what type of character type would it be? They've already announced that the two new heroes this year are going to be Outlanders. I meant to ask, how would you feel if they did an event with a Warhammer story? Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Just base it off of the story I'm writing. What's your opinion on Lawbringer? Personally, I just feel that he doesn't deserve a 40 to 50 damage mix-up due to a light parry. I like Lawbringer, but I'm not good at him, so I can't speak to that. Hey, Raven, do you think we would get a Spartan? Doubtful. I doubt we'll get a Spartan. My main is Centurion, but I enjoy playing Kyoshin because he makes Kensei scared to dodge attack. Yeah. Kyoshin is probably the most annoying character for me to fight right now. Even more annoying than Pirate. I know that there's this whole talk about how Pirate is OP, and I agree that Pirate has that very effed up 50-50 unblockable pierce that can be soft-fanted into a guard break. That's ridiculous to me. But even Pirate doesn't annoy me as much as Kyoshin. I hope we get a new Viking eventually. That'd be nice. I'd like a new Viking. What are your thoughts on Yorm? I love Yorm, but doesn't have any range to her. I hate that she has no range. Who is your highest character? In terms of rep, that would be Warden. Fist hero win when they feel like it. Vikings have not had a new hero in a long time. Neither have the Wu Lin. So both are kind of aching for new heroes. Like I've said before, I want Vikings and Wu Lin to get new heroes. What is your favorite For Honor event so far? Probably the Jormungandr event. What's your opinion on Lawbringer? I already answered that. Spartan hero is likely going to be a Valk skin. Maybe. Raven, what if UB rips off your Warhammer story? I will call them up and say, hey, don't steal my work. Pay me. Hey, Raven Knight, I've seen this question around the For Honor subreddit. Should For Honor have a martial artist pugilist hero? Okay, I'm tired of this question being popped up over and over and over again. Like the fist hero thing. Like, should we have just a martial arts with no weapon? I don't mind it if they handle it well. That's the thing. That's the way I react to any new hero suggestion. When people ask me, hey, Raven, what would you think of blank hero? I always say the same thing. If they can handle it right, great. If not, no. I'm not going to judge. It's not like I'm sitting here going, oh, I would never want a martial artist hero. I would never want a Native American hero. I would never want an Arabian hero. I'm not going to say that because all of those have merit. But it's the reality of, hey, if they can handle it well, great. If they can't handle it well, then don't do it. Anyway, what type of war do you think would suit a gauntlet type? Wu Lin. There should be a Slavic or Mongol hero from the Outlander side, maybe. I don't know if we'll get a Mongolian hero, but, I mean, it's possible. You already have a fist hero, Centurion. He isn't a real Centurion. He's a gladiator. Give the damn man his tower shield or change the name. Yeah, the shield issue. People always complaining, oh, why doesn't he have his shield? Probably because his shield would be a little too OP. If you know what a Centurion can do with that shield, like, they're almost untouchable. Pirate isn't a Wu Lin hero. She's an Outlander. I know that. I don't know why you're saying that. If you could rework any hero, who and how? I would rework Nucia so that her trap attacks are more useful, or give her some kind of hyper armor or something to help her, because right now she is the weakest hero in all of For Honor, in my opinion. Hey, Raven, how much do you know about ancient India? Not much. My brother knows more than I do. I really want to see a Banneret hero. What do you think, Raven? Again, if they can make it work, awesome. I wish Warmonger didn't use her cool sword like a toddler. Indeed. Heavy Korean hero with a flail would be amazing. Why a flail? Would you like an Aztec hero? If they can handle it well. Maori warriors, if they can handle it well. Hey, Raven, if Ubi made a Mongolian hero, which faction would be in Wu Lin or Vikings? Probably Wu Lin. Do you think the two new heroes would be pirates? No, I do not. I do not think they will do pirates twice, two more times in a row. If you give Centurion a tower shield, we may not have his iconic Incredibilis. Agreed. But he would also be untouchable. Sorry, was directing that to someone who said they can't. Oh, gotcha. I understand. What if Cent had BP's moveset and voice and vice versa? I wouldn't like it. Patch Pirate has too many benefits with few drawbacks. It's true. Raven, do you think they'll be using ideas from movies, mythology, and video games? If so, what would you want most? I don't know. I need to think about that. Tiani needs rework. I disagree. Doesn't Griffin have an armor set based off of Mongolian warriors? If so, there could potentially be a Mongolian hero. Yeah, but that's the thing. If he already has armor set that's based on Mongolians, why repeat that? You know, that takes away armor sets for a new hero. Hey, Raven, you are my favorite. Thank you, Amber Jones. I appreciate the praise. I really do. I've always wanted a hero that's really sluggish, but has two spots guarding at once, like a big heavy guy with a massive shield. The problem with that is it's way too defensible and would make things too hard for your team to get in a hit, you know? What if they give the new hero a harpoon gun? That'd be stupid. Wu Lin hero with a monk spade. Okay. I wish they'd do a two-handed mace hero. Okay. I prefer Centurion without the shield because he looks like a fighter, which I like. Cool. Reckon Warlord needs a rework more so? Warlord is very usable the way he is. I just think he's too simplistic. I think his moveset is way too basic. If Centurion had the shield, my main would be Kyoshin. Ha! Raven, I love your content. Thank you, John Macklin. That means a lot. Are they going to hand a new hero with the season 2? Are they going to hand a new hero with the season? Can't remember. No new hero this season, hero next season. Let's see. Hey, which For Honor hero has the most amount of voice lines? I think Pirate. She has a butt ton. African hero from different culture, like Egyptian or some other Southern African warrior. That'd be neat. Raven, do you think that Pirate's Marauder skin is based off of Aaron Black? I don't know. Hey, Raven, could you spill the beans on the next Lork's Lamentations? I already told y'all what Lork's Lamentations is about. His next one is going to be about Kaisar's Legion from Fallout. Raven, how hairy is your chest? It's got some hair on it. Hey, Raven, if you could ship any other heroes, who would it be? I think Black Prior would ship well with a female Kensei. What are your thoughts? I think Black Prior would ship well with Nucia, actually. Black Prior and Nucia are a pretty good combo. I also ship Jormungandr and Centurion. And I ship Peacekeeper with Lawbringer. Well, I did, but then there's also Warmonger now, so it's War Mommy and Law Daddy. That's a little bit different. Huh. That's a hard one to answer. I haven't thought a whole lot about shipping in For Honor. I mean, I have a few thoughts about what could be done, but either way. Ubi reworks Warlord's movement from basic to based. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, we got about 3 minutes left. We're almost there, guys. Let's see. I know the Samurai already have a new hero, but one Okinawan themed would be neat. Tonfa, Nunchuck, etc. Those would be neat, but again, Samurai did just get a hero. Playing For Honor while watching. Sweet. Nobu X Warden. Nobushi X Warden is my favorite ship. That's the one that I jumped on right away because they're adorable together. Hey Raven, will we get a Lark hero? Oh, $5 from Daily. What you're think of a pick and ban system in For Honor? Something like banning 2 characters in each team. Also, happy 20,000 subs. Well, thank you for the $5 Daily. And in answer to your question, me and Lark have actually discussed the idea of a game mode where you do basically ban certain heroes, or you can, or it picks your hero randomly. Because one thing that we've often noticed is that there are some people who will complain, I want to play multiple heroes. Why should anyone main anybody? Well, what if you had a game mode where it randomly picked your hero so that way you were required to have some knowledge of each hero? I think that'd be creative, and it would also encourage people to try different heroes rather than just play the same one over and over again. So that would be kind of cool. I would be totally okay with that. Raven, what do you think about an Aztec faction? Tony, I've answered that question multiple times. If they can do it right. But I don't think we'll ever get one, because the Outlander faction kind of is a jack-of-all-trades faction. Anyway, if For Honor did an event about any mythology in history, what mythology would you want? Maybe instead of mythology, something more Christian related, like maybe it's a fight for the Holy Grail, or seeking out the Ark of the Covenant, or using the Spear of Longinus, or acquiring the Nail of Helena. Like, there are lots of very famous artifacts in Christian lore, so. Let's see. Dwarf Viking hero. Ha. I'm going to be honest, I kind of left For Honor because of cough cough Elden Ring. Yeah, Elden Ring. The basically open world Dark Souls. I hope y'all enjoy that. I hope y'all like that game. It's not impressing me so far. Yeah, I finally got Elden Ring because people were demanding I try it. I tried it. I'm already not a fan. It's just Dark Souls. It's just Dark Souls. With an open world, I don't feel like there's. Here's the thing. Maybe it's probably because I don't play much Dark Souls. I was never a big Dark Souls player, but there's no tutorial. It doesn't teach you how to do. I had to press buttons just to test and see what I was capable of. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting killed. Like, I wandered out into that new zone. I was like, okay, let's wander around, see what we can find. And then this guy in golden armor on a horse comes out and attacks me. I'm like, okay, I can hit him. Downs me in 2 shots. I'm like, oh, well, that happened. Oh my gosh, I was not a fan. Hey, Raven, how's the For Honor and Glory story? It's on hiatus for the time being. I need to fix some things in it. Elden Ring has no deep combat system. It's just rolling and dodging big enemies. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. Anyway, we... definitely. And I'm leaving. Okay. You don't have to like my opinion. You don't have to like my opinion. Look, here's the thing. If you like Elden Ring, enjoy Elden Ring. I'm glad you like Elden Ring. I'm glad you like Dark Souls. I'm glad that these are games y'all enjoy. They're just not for me. I'm not a big fan of them. All right, here we go. Whoa. For Honor Your 6 Season 1 Golden Age. And there is a dragon. Oh my gosh, there is a dragon. And yeah, this is very much knight-oriented. Look at this. We've got all the knights here. We've got 2 wardens. We've got a warmonger from the looks of it. We got another warden. We got peacekeeper, conqueror, centurion, lawbringer. This is very knight-oriented. Elden Ring, the Dark Souls game to kill for honor. Yeah, like I haven't heard that before. Alright guys, this is looking great. Before we get started, let me check something. We currently have 200 people watching. I am so flattered, you guys. So let's do this thing. Let's go to theater mode. Man, I love this art too. This looks really pretty. But yeah, what's with all the wardens and what's with all the wardens on one side and all the others on the other side? Is this like a fight between the wardens and all the other members of the Knight faction? Is Hope gonna? I hope that that doesn't mean Ruth is gonna be an enemy now. That'd be sad. I'm sad now. First skin definitely going to be for a knight. Yeah, I think it's going to be for Warden. I think Warden's going to be the first one to get a skin. Possible Knight Civil War. Ooh, that'd be interesting. I'm getting Lord of the Rings vibes. Yeah, I kind of get that too. And just look at that dragon flying up there. It's a big old dragon. How are you doing, Raven? I'm doing okay. I'm just taking in this sight. This is pretty good. So is the new Outlander hero a medieval hero? No. We're not getting a new Outlander hero this season. Next season. The new hero is Jesus, right? Jesus and For Honor. Oh, dude, that'd be so sick. And he slayed them with the sword that came from his mouth. That's in the book of Revelation. Oh, dang it. Jesus returns as the conquering hero. Jesus just comes down from the heavens. I am the way, the truth, and the life. None will come to the Father except through me. And then just holds out his hands. The Vikings just eradicate into ashes. Just goes out, Thanos out. Then turns to the samurai, sinks them into the muck. Just and he will separate the goats on his left and the sheep on his right. He will say unto the sheep, come, ye blessed of my Father. Then say to the goats on his left, away from my sight, ye who are cursed above all. That would be so awesome. Imagine Jesus versus centurion. Actually, in the Bible, Jesus was on good terms with a centurion. There was a centurion that came to him, I think it was in the book of Luke, sorry. It was in the book of Luke, and this centurion comes up to Jesus and says, hey, I have a servant who's very important to me, and he's dying, and I know that you can heal him. And Jesus says, well, show me the way. And he goes, no, you don't. My house is not worthy of you. My house is not worthy of you to come to. But I know that if you say he will be well, then he will be. For I'm a man who understands authority, and I know that you have authority over all things. So if you just say that he will be well, he will be. And Jesus said, truly I tell you, there is no man with greater faith in all of Jerusalem. And keep in mind, he was talking about a centurion, not a Jew, a centurion. So he's saying that this man has greater faith than anyone else in all of Jerusalem. And he says, because of your faith, your servant is healed. Go home. So he goes home and his servant is healed. And I was like, dang straight. Raven, the reason they won't add Jesus and God to Smite is the same reason they won't For Honor, because seeing him being ripped apart would have made people ultra train. I know they won't actually add Jesus. Okay, I'm joking around. Is there something on the dragon head, Raven, or is it just me? I think there's a horn on it. Jesus gonna challenge the world serpent to a one-on-one. Perfect. Oh, Samuel the Angel, 15. It says, I adore the season theme already. I'm very excited getting real hope vibes, which is good. Can't wait to play Conk. Everyone wants to play Conk, man. But thank you for the 15. Appreciate that. Always nice to get donations. All right, all right. But yeah, Jesus to For Honor. Jesus comes down and just smites them all. Bro, my respect for you just shot up astronomically. You know the scriptures. Hell yeah, man. And the fact you have the balls to talk about it on your platform, instant respect you. Thank you. I've never been shy about my faith. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, our hearts are with the people of Ukraine at this time. Okay. Here we go.
Year 6 is going to be a very exciting time.
We're going to go places we've never been.
I'll bet.
The team is amazing. The team is excited for this year.
The name of the year is The Lost Horizons. The core fantasy and identity for past 5 years.
Oh, this is just the trailer that they showed before. Okay.
And moving. The now remaining question
let's see.
How do we expand the fantasy?
Within Heathmoor, there have been maybe some forgotten worlds, some forgotten stories, mythology that has yet to be uncovered.
Jesus has passive regeneration, no perks or traits required. and his his execution is called I Forgive You. Basically holds out his hand and the person just disintegrates from the pure holiness. Yeah, I agree with you, Spartan Dante. I am loving this music. This is such good music.
She also brings with her the Outlanders.
The Outlanders are a group of mercenaries that the only ties that they really have is the fact that they're joining the fight for their own personal reasons and objectives.
They're going to bring with them extremely different seasons.
What is your favorite mythology or legends character?
Content, gameplay as well.
You say the Force Horsemen of the Apocalypse? Oh, that's an interesting choice. I don't really have a favorite.
Pirate use Feats inside chains. Each of the others might try to do something a little bit different and unique.
We're going to see that play out in Year 6 in the middle of Season 2 and in the middle of Season 4. That's when the next 2 Outlanders will reveal themselves. The hero skins, long story short, would be...
Yeah, I remember the hero skins.
Customize and express yourself as a player. It doesn't take away the armor variations that we're used to bringing, the color palettes and the battle pass. All of those things still remain.
And smack! I love that execution.
No mixing and matching with the hero skin. This is the player or the embodiment.
Jesus' auto-revive passive ability. But he does it after 3 minutes because of the 3 days thing.
For one hero. We wanted to have a blank canvas to draw a new character. Any compliments to the story?
I want Jesus with an M16.
Crossplay.
Jesus versus Buddha, Chinese version. Oh, Jesus wins. One another reason why? Buddha be dead and rotten. Jesus still alive, my friend. Can you make it full screen? I'll make it full screen once the actual video starts. Right now, this is just a trailer.
I absolutely love our testing grounds feature. It's an unprecedented tool.
Jesus' passive area of effect heal. Yes! Yes! I love it. I love it.
Balance is a never-ending journey. Each year we've made really...
Jesus will have a feat that nails the opponent to the ground. Jesus with a flintlock. No, Jesus don't do the flintlock, man. Jesus goes automatic and not at all.
The possibilities in Year 6 are endless. We are exploring a bigger horizon.
People are always so happy about
Jesus just floods the map. Oh, great flood thing going on. Yeah.
Still drives us, and we really hope that we're delivering on something that's fresh.
All right, they're about to start the actual thing. So, guys, I'm going to go into full screen mode, but that means I will not be able to read chat, okay? So, here we go. I will not be able to read chat, guys. So, this is it. All right, got to do our opening thing, obviously. All right, here we go. For Honor Year 6 Season 1 Golden Age reveal. Let's go, let's go.
Hello, Warriors. Welcome to the first year.
What is that on your wall, Brian? What is that on your wall?
Real quick, I just want to thank everybody for their amazing loyalty and support across 5 years of For Honor. We just watched the Year 6 Vision video.
Lots of hype.
Wait, what's that on your shirt, Brian? What is that you're wearing?
There's one specific word in there.
What is that you're wearing? No, you stand up and you show off that unicorn narwhal dolphin thing.
Josh, what can people get from watching the stream today?
I do believe that people could potentially have something dropped on them. Yes, we are doing Twitch drops as we always do. Before we get into it,
oh, they're doing Twitch drops. Okay.
Make sure that your Twitch account and your Ubisoft account are linked. That way you can actually get the.
Sorry about that. That was my phone ringing. I hung up.
Following. So, everyone who has their Twitch accounts and all that stuff linked up, for per every 30 minutes of accumulated viewing time, you will receive one scavenger crate. And I'm pretty sure the thing that probably caught you.
Yeah, Twitch drops, yeah. Warden hero skin Lord Ramiel. Who the heck is Lord Ramiel?
And what is this here about a hero skin called Lord Ramiel? And it's for
Ramiel? Oh, come, say it correctly. It is Ramiel. You must say it like Ramiel, like Gabriel. You don't say it Ramiel. What's Ramiel? That's so weak. Ramiel. His name is Lord Ramiel. No, it's Lord Ramiel. Do that rolling R thing too. It's Ramiel. And then get some cool like Hispanic guitars in the background, like Lord Ramiel. That kind of thing. Like, now I'm just being an idiot. Let's go.
Golden Age starting on March 17th. But first, we want to do a recap of the Year 6 Vision video that you just saw. So in order to do that, we are going to welcome in Stefan and Nicola. So let's bring them on over.
Hey, it's Stefan and Nicola. See, I can say their name's cool too. It's not Stefan, it's Stefan Jawinski, and then Nicolas Mediele. See, if you want to make the name sound cool, you add a little bit of inflection, a little bit of acting to it. Don't give me this Ramiel crap.
Year 6 is going to be crazy. It's been an amazing journey so far. We're excited to continue this. Let's talk about a couple of the big concepts coming in Year 6.
Okay, let's hear it.
As you say. First up, let's talk about relics.
Relics.
In this year, we're going to tell a variety of season-contained stories. These will be lore stories that will focus on the relics as legendary artifacts. This will give us an avenue into learning a bit more about the lore of For Honor. We'll learn about the legends of For Honor, and we'll learn about some heroic and villainous figures in the history of For Honor.
Oh, cool.
All my lore junkies are just freaking out right now. They're like, yes! Lore!
That's cool. They're going to go into more lore of For Honor. That'll be fun for me since I'm more of a history person anyway.
Getting to the relics, we're going to show you a new feature called our hero skins. And in first season, we're going to bring you one hero skin, Lord Ramiel, which will
it's Ramiel!
Warden, exclusive to Warden.
Okay, so it's a Warden skin. We were right.
As a low-key Warden man, I'm very excited by that.
I was waiting for you to say it.
It's not Ramiel, it's Ramiel.
Oh, I'm so pumped.
Doesn't Okay, tell me in chat, which sounds better, my version or their version of Ramiel? Is it Ramiel or Ramiel? Which sounds better?
With heroes. So what can players expect?
It's got to be heroes, right? Well, in Year 5, the latest hero, the pirate, brought with her the new Outlanders group.
Yes.
So in Year 6, it's time to explore what that Outlanders group really means to For Honor. So we're going to bring 2 new heroes, one in Season 2 and one in Season 4. And these 2 new heroes will really expand the cultures that we've met so far, and with it, gameplay opportunities as well.
Okay.
And I can't wait to really talk deeply about these, but I am bound to wait until Seasons 2 and Season 4, so sorry.
Born to secrecy. No, I'm super pumped. Players are going to lose their mind. But I think we have a lot planned, just around the core experience as well. Right?
Okay.
Absolutely. Core gameplay experience is, of course, going to improve as it has in previous years. This means improving the balance of heroes. We've done a lot of work over the last, especially year and a half, to get as much of the roster to viable as possible. we're going to continue to take that journey so that everyone feels quite strong and quite fair across matchmaking and top level. Beyond that, there are gameplay system improvements that we're going to bring, the first of which we'll talk about later on in the show with the Dominion improvements, but there's going to be other cool stuff. And of course, we're going to also tap into our testing grounds feature.
Okay, so we are getting a new testing grounds. That's what I was kind of hoping for.
And making that a two-way street with our players.
Love testing grounds. Always love seeing how players react to what we put in them and see how it changes and shapes and what actually goes into the live game. So I'm excited to hear that testing grounds are coming back, and we're going to have a lot for players to sink their teeth into. But for those of you who may be sitting there wondering, what about this Nikola guy? What's he doing? Why isn't he talking? Nikola, you want to talk to us a bit about crossplay?
Okay, crossplay. They're finally talking about it. Here we go, boys.
That with the start of the year 6, we released the first step of the crossplay feature in For Honor. So at the beginning of year 6, season 1, we are opening the matchmaking to all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. The pool of players in matchmaking will be unified, and you'll participate in a bigger pool of players. Of course, we expect that you feel improvement with the matchmaking with this feature, and you will be able to use any game mode, PvP, PvI that are in matchmaking on cross-platform.
Chat's got to be just blowing up right now.
Okay, so yes, it looks like they are going to be doing this starting with the launch.
I noticed.
Oh man, this is going to be so interesting. I know this is going to be messed up.
Because the first part of the feature is ready to ship, so we didn't want to wait longer to release it. And initially, the For Honor game wasn't designed initially with this kind of feature in mind. So the dev team have to work on the foundation of core system to be able to enable the crossplay functionality. So we are continuing to work on it, of course, to improve it over the time. And
okay.
We will release the phase 2 with the cross-platform friends invitation later this year.
Okay, so that's good. At least they're acknowledging they recognize there are going to be some problems starting out, like because the game wasn't designed for crossplay, so they're going to have to make some edits and changes along the way. So good. They're aware of this.
Had to be made, and I know there are a few. Do you want to talk to us about what those are and what players can expect in terms of making the transition to crossplay?
Yeah, indeed, there are some expectation, and with the arrival of crossplay feature, we have to reset the skill rating used by the matchmaking system for the entire player base in order to recalibrate the system that may differ between platform and ensure a unified skill rating. So this is unfortunately necessary, but it's temporary. At season start, you may encounter some variation in matchmaking for the first few matches. It needs some time for the system to recalibrate with those new values.
Okay.
Also, for technical constraints too, the in-game voice chat will be deactivated in crossplay matches. We are currently working to integrate it in the future update.
All right.
And on the side note, for the text chat, the free text chat that is available on PC will be visible only on PC. Console player will not be able to see the free text chat from the PC player, but the quick text chat will remain the same and will be available on all platforms.
All right.
So those PC players who are looking forward
to there is an opt-out option, so if you don't like it, you don't have to do it.
So I am pumped. This is awesome. This is something that I think a lot of people on the team, weren't sure if we'd ever see in For Honor. So this is a tremendous achievement by the team.
Yeah, and if I may add, the crossplay will be activated by default at the beginning. And of course, we understand that some of you may not want to matchmake with other platforms. And for that reason, you will be able to deactivate the crossplay feature in a new menu system specially created for it. So just take note that if you deactivate this feature, it will affect the quality of the matchmaking, and you will lose benefits of being part of a bigger pool of players.
But for those of you who are like, I like my For Honor the way it is, I just want it to stay that way, and you don't want to be a part of that larger pool, there will be that menu option for you to opt out.
Okay.
Indeed.
So this is awesome. Thank you, both of you, for joining us and kind of giving us the
Okay, so a lot of people are worried about the crossplay thing because they think it'll be unfair now because PC is going to have a huge advantage. I think they're aware of that. They just said that they're going to have to fix a few things and edit a few things to make it more viable. We'll just have to see what happens. We will just have to see what happens. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I think that they're aware of the problems and they're going to work on fixing it. Let's be fair,
Well,
guys.
they can see if they head over to our website to get some information about Crossplay. You'll be seeing the link drop in chat right now. It's an FAQ toward to our website. You can read some Crossplay stuff just to kind of get a more visual, kind of up close look at what's going on. Again, it should be dropping in the chat, and yeah, but we got ourselves a little trailer.
A trailer, you say?
Oh, they've got a trailer?
Year 6 Season 1.
Guys, it looks like they've got a trailer for Year 6 Season 1. I can't wait. Let's have a look. Let us have a look. I'm ready. Let's go.
Long before the cataclysm, before Heathmore ever bore its name, a brave warden vowed to bring peace to his people. By doing the unthinkable, he ventured out where no one had ever dared.
Look at that armor.
In a forest lay a beast no one could tame. But the warden's will did not waver, sealing a blood pact to end all wars.
Holy shit. Holy damn. Oh, yes!
The hero and the beast brought forth the golden age of Heathmore.
Yes! 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 Oh my gosh! That was so sick! That was so sick! Oh! That was incredible! But now I gotta see if they follow through with it. Okay, so what is going on here? Why did they do that?
Oh boy, what a great trailer! What a perfect way to.
That was a beautiful trailer. That's like one of the best trailers we've ever seen.
I'm super excited. Obviously, we have a lot to cover. We have a nice little panel here of fine people to talk about Year 6 Season 1. So first off, we have Stefan, Ian, Christoph, and Julien, who are actually new.
Julien!
This is their first one. Fellas, welcome. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing really good. Glad to be here.
Awesome. So like I said, there's a lot to cover with Year 6 Season 1. A lot of really cool things that we're doing. Obviously, we're going to have, the usual kind of things. But, Stefan, why don't you go ahead and give us an overview of what we're getting in Year 6 Season 1 for TU1 and TU2.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Josh. So this season is broken down into two major patches, Title Update 1 and Title Update 2. A lot of the stuff that you're going to see in Title Update 1, other people are going to really break down the details over the course of the show. So look forward to that. It's freaking awesome. I wish I was on every segment, but I'll let others do it. So let's hit the details here.
Okay, I'm ready. Hit me.
Event, the Oath of Rivendell. It's going to be a cool gameplay event. You're going to meet the hero skin in it. It's going to be quite awesome when you see this stuff later on. Battle Pass is going to open up.
Obviously, the Battle Pass will open up then. Obviously.
Expect over the last year on what the Battle Pass content is. So that'll be detailed just in a few minutes with these fellows here. Hero skin. This is a new feature that we talked a little bit about, and we'll talk a little bit about as well later on. We're going to meet Lord Ramiel, and get to try the.
I wonder if Ramiel will be gender locked. I wonder if that skin will be gender locked, or if you can alter that.
Crossplay Phase 1, we've talked about in the previous segment. This will be crossplay matchmaking. So all platforms will be able to play together in matchmaking, which should be tremendous. I can't wait. Testing grounds later on, you're going to see the game designers talk about two heroes that are going to have strong reworks. And finally, in Title Update 1, you are also going to experience the Hero Fest.
The Hero Fest? What's the Hero Fest?
Which is a new console we'll talk about in just a moment. Title update 2, quickly.
Hey, armor variations on update 2. Guys, April 28th, we're getting armor variations. Aren't you excited?
Throwback event.
Sorry.
Trust me, people have been asking for this one, so look forward to it. More Hero Fest, and then come.
Be honest, Raven, you want Ramiel to be a female. It doesn't matter to me either way. Like,
Awesome. Well,
Ruth is always going to be my baby, but I am kind of curious.
Something a little new there. I do see something about Hero Fest. Now, are you able to provide any additional details on what Hero Fest is? Because it's a new one.
Of course, that's why I'm allowed to continue to come to these streams. So here's the info. Hero Fest is a new way of celebrating our heroes. We're going to see 2 heroes per title update, 4 heroes per season. For this specific hero of the Hero Fest, we're going to see a new offer. Basically, for 1 week, players will be able to play one specific hero for free if they haven't bought that hero already. We'll have a sale to buy that specific hero, 33%.
Wait, what? So, oh my gosh, that's brilliant!
And finally, a unique execution will launch with the Hero Fest for that specific hero.
That's kind of shitty, that part, but the rest is cool.
But it'll start to appear there, basically. So that's a Hero Fest. It's freaking awesome. It's a great way to deliver new, unique stuff for the heroes, such as
Okay, so basically the Hero Fest means that 2 heroes per title update, and since there are 2 title updates every season, that means 4 heroes per season. 2 heroes will be available for free to play for like a week period, like a 3-day period, and you also get access to a unique execution for those heroes. So, okay.
New heroes, lots of stuff that is happening. We're kind of expanding the world of For Honor even more.
The only thing I don't like about that is that they're only giving 1 new execution per the hero during the Hero Fest. Not all heroes get a new unique execution. That's kind of lame, but the rest is cool.
Thank you for having me again. I'm glad to be back. So hey everyone, yes, here we are now kicking off year 6. In the last season, if everyone remembers, we introduced the Pirates. The Pirates came to Heathmore because new passages were open to them after a series of climate changes. And when they were introduced, the Pirates, we teased that they were on a hunt for treasure, but we didn't really say what exactly they were looking for. Well, it turns out they were actually looking for something in particular.
Okay.
And now they found it.
What?
The Pirates have unearthed the lost reliquary of Renown, and inside they find an old relic called the Chalice of Immortality.
The Chalice of Immortality. Just call it the Holy Grail.
It reveals the ancient history of Heathmore. Long before the faction war, even longer before than the Cataclysm itself. So through this lens, we get to explore the golden age of Heathmore, like this distant past, an age of hope, of prosperity and unity, a very different era. It's a time of wonders, mythical creatures, and new heroes. And it's all spearheaded by Ramiel, the founder of the Order of Wardens. And as players will find out, he is the first ever warden in Heathmore.
That sounds so sick. I love the narrative stuff for Honor, especially when it just like.
I'll do a video discussing that. I'll probably do a video discussing more about that.
Awesome. So definitely hats off. I'm very excited to see how it's all fleshed out throughout the year. It's gonna be super sick. All right, now let's talk about like my personal favorite thing, music.
The music
in year 6 season 1 obviously is different because it is a new season, and we have Christoph here to actually talk about that. So why don't you kind of get into the inspiration and like the process of crafting this music, and then kind of like finding instruments to make that sound unique for this season.
Sure. Hi, yeah, I'm just here to do a quick segment to talk about the music for this season. The whole team really loves that one, and it is also one of my personal favorites, so we're pretty proud of it. As you know, this season is leaning on really the fantasy, the golden age, and we did the same with the music. So we provided some very famous high fantasy movies and games as example of what we wanted to our composer Luc. Luc Saint-Pierre is, by the way, has been the sole composer for Honor for the past few years.
Well, he's clearly done a good job.
For our request, the musical theme is in 3 movements. The first one is Before the Battle, which is angelic and peaceful. Then, of course, there's during the battle, which is structured and disciplined combat, and the face-off is derived from that second movement. And finally, the third movement is the after the battle. It's the will to return back to normal, but the war has taken a certain toll on everyone. So I have some cool little details about the musics. The strings, so the violins, the violas, the cellos, and the basses, and also the brasses, so the French horn and the trombones, were recorded in Nashville studio Ocean Way. There's also
Wait a second. So you're actually saying that you got a legit orchestra together to make the music for this? Like you didn't just do it online or do artificial music? Guys, in a world where everything is artificial in music, everything's just computer generated, these guys actually recorded a legit orchestra for the game. What?
There's a little really cool Easter egg in the middle. We do a nod to the original Night theme song from back when the game first came out.
Oh man, I really appreciate you kind of giving those details. I guess I'm a musician myself, so like kind of knowing like just a little bit like how the process goes in creating.
That is so much Chad right there.
Like a giant orchestral piece like that, just right up my alley. So you made my day with that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Guys, as a person who loves opera and orchestral music, that is so awesome. I'm like so happy.
The end there, hello sir.
How's it going, Josh?
It's going great, actually. Let's talk about the in-game realization. We've got, a new main menu. We've got the face-offs, all that stuff. So why don't you go ahead and walk us through it?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of cool stuff for this new season. So for season 21, the team wanted to embark on a more fantastical journey.
Look at all those Lord of the Rings things. I see what you're doing.
Origins of the Warden, like Yen was kind of giving us a sneak peek into. So the theme we developed is rooted in aesthetics that are frequently seen in
you can even see Legolas up there in the top left.
Gothic architecture, Art Nouveau inspiration, stained glass, elements like that.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful backdrop. Beautiful.
Mood that had never been integrated in the game before, which is autumn. So early morning, warm.
Wait, is that the dragon's tail swinging by? That's sick.
Colored leaves, things that will bring.
Ooh, very love. Multiple dragons flying around, boys. We've got dragons. Bogeys, 10 o'clock.
Right now.
The dragons are here. Dragon invasion, boys.
Feel. The art and map teams came up with a recipe that essentially.
Oh my gosh, it's Skyrim! There he is in Skyrim! Even the dragons look like Skyrim dragons! It's Skyrim!
It was super important to create a feel.
Oh my god!
So you'll see the architecture in the vistas spanning. And to bring the legend of the Warden to life, we absolutely had to integrate, like you're seeing again, the wyverns both on the edges of the map and that are also flying in the sky.
Look at this!
That fantastical.
Guys, stop making me love you. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous.
Awesome. I'm a really big fan of like mythic creatures and stuff like that, and adding wyverns, or as people might say, dragons, to the map, you really get like this intense sense of scale because they're so massive, flying over the battlefield and kind of just around. I think it adds like a really interesting dynamic to the maps when you have that kind of element around.
You could actually use that opportunity to explain to people the difference between dragons and wyverns.
Exactly.
Dragons have their wings separate from their hands or claws or whatever you want to call it, whereas wyverns, their hand is their wing, kind of like in Game of Thrones. So Game of Thrones will be more.
This is so sick, guys. I'm not even joking. This is one of the sickest things I've ever seen.
Sorry for that little.
Oh yeah, kids, go to museum.
Yeah, so they're more like bats.
They're just really big bats. Oh my gosh. So also with Year 6 Season 1, we will be having a battle pass, as we've mentioned.
What is that?
Julien, let's go ahead kind of go through like a little bit of what we can see.
Gladiator, what are you wearing?
So just like our in-game realization,
Fabled Forest Patrol effect. Oh, it's so good.
Fantasy we want to build around the legend.
Oh, that would work so good for Peacekeeper.
So
Kyoshin, okay, yeah, it works on Kyoshin. All right.
Mythical power, in similar fashion.
Valkyrie looking sick.
Outfits, ornaments, weapons are somewhat reminiscent of the stained glass aesthetic. which feature visuals, visual elements.
Oh man, this is nice. I like this. I really do.
Really cool aesthetics and art direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this Warden skin right here, the Fabled Starlight, looks absolutely brilliant. It really kind of just leans into literally everything that you were just saying, and I like the kind of like light and dark contrast between.
Yeah, Gladiator. I saw that Gladiator looking like an elf. Oh, look at Nush's new ornament. That's so cute. You deserve a good ornament, Nusha. You deserve it. You've been a good girl.
So it looks really awesome. But we have an execution.
New execution.
Yeah, and even the executions give a glimpse into the legend that we want to be telling players.
Oh!
In this execution that you're seeing, this is essentially inspired by how Ramiel got rid of his nemesis to become the
stab in.
And the podiums as well give a glimpse into the legend.
Look at how fast they did the decapitation. That was good.
You're currently seeing reenacts how Lord Ramiel acquires the super.
Whoa, that's creepy.
From the drinking.
Look at the signature. So they're drinking from the chalice. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, that was most definitely not grape juice at all.
Look at the weapons.
Yeah, no, this is just...
Oh my lord! Look at the they're practically shimmering.
What they can expect with this.
Even Shugoki's. What? What?
Just said about like the inspiration that the team took using kind of like.
Guys, let's go! What is this even? This is so awesome!
Yeah, elfish goodness. I love that stuff. It's right up my alley. So there you have it, folks. That is Year 6 Season 1. We've got some stuff for TU1 and TU2. We've got a battle pass.
What even, guys? Oh my lord!
His presence now being felt in the game, and now we have like these artifacts and like these really cool things. So what we're gonna do is we are going to kick it over to the battle pass weapons video, so everyone can get a look at what is in the battle pass.
All right, so now we'll get to see what's in the battle pass. I'm kind of excited. I want to see what's in this battle pass.
Warriors, we'll be right back.
All right. Whoa, okay. Warden sword looking sick. Peacekeeper sword looking sick. Centurion sword, it's okay, but still cool. Gladiator, I'm getting that. I'm getting that. Damn straight, I'm getting that. Black Prior? Oh my, I'm getting it. I'm getting that Black Prior shield. I'm getting that Black Prior shield. I will fight you for that. Warmongers, looks good, looks good. Griffins? Oh, dude, look at Griffins. Getting that one too. Lawbringers, pretty sick. I like what I have now, but still pretty sick. Conqueror. Sick shield. I'm getting the shield. I'm getting that shield. I love the shield design. That is so awesome. All right, that's all the knights. Roll it along. Vikings next. Vikings next. Let's go. Raider. Awesome. That is sick. Look at the ruins on the axe blade. That's sick. I love it. Who's next? Zerk. It's good. It's good, but not what I was hoping for. It's good. Highlander. Nice. I love the sword design. I love the hilt design that looks very textured. Shaman. About the same for me as Berserker. Not bad, but not what I was expecting. Awesome Jormungandr. I love it. Looks like wolves eating a heart. We got Valkyries. I like what they're kind of doing with the Vikings. They're kind of doing this woven handle thing. I like that. Oh, sick! I like Warlord Shield. I like Warlord Shield. That is a sick looking shield. I want it. I want that. I want that shield. All right, roll it on. Let's go, Samurai. Ooh, I like Kensei's. I even like Orochi's. That's rare. I haven't seen a good Orochi in a while. That's a good one. I've just never liked most of the Kusarigama that the Shinobi use, but it's fine. Aramusha, nice. Looks like a smaller double version of the Orochi's. Kind of expected that. Hitakiri, ooh, the dual dragons. I like it. I like how they're Eastern dragons too, not Western. That's a good nod to what Eastern culture. Kyoshin, looking sick. Look at that emerald blade. I love it. Nobushi's, very nice, very nice. I like the dragon. Shugoki looking fresh. I like the coiled dragon thing. That's excellent. So cool. So cool. And last but not least, the Wulin. Oh, Tian D. You spoil me. I love it. That is so cool. That is so cool. Okay. Shaolin. Wow. Wow. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Nusha looking drip. I love Nushas. Oh, I'm getting those. I'm getting those. That is so me. I'm getting that. Zhang. Is that a dragon head reaching out and breathing fire? Beautiful. And then Sanhu? Just not as good. Just not as good. Still good, but just not as good. Guys, this is such a good battle pass. Look at these. Look at these. Wait, where's the pirate? Oh, it's the Blue Eyes White Dragon sword and gun. It's the Blue Eyes White Dragon sword and gun. Yes. That's so awesome. Guys, this is awesome. This is so cool. Hero skins! Woo! Time to talk hero skins! So excited, so excited. Let's talk about how this looks. And I want to know some things about it. Like, where'd they get the idea for it? Will it be gender locked? Like, what's the deal? Let's talk about it.
Welcome back to the show, Warriors, and today we are joined by Ian and Jeremy to talk about the hero skins. Fellas, how you doing today?
Hello, I'm good, and you, Josh?
Very good.
Doing well, doing well. So we did kind of talk about the hero skins a little bit at the top of the show, at the beginning of the show. Just kind of giving like a little sneak peek into what hero skins are, but we're actually going to get into it a little bit more here, kind of discuss kind of like the customization, the background, like all that stuff. So Jeremy, let's go ahead and start with you and kind of give us like a broad overview of.
I'm going to pay real close attention, guys.
Implementing them, you know, the inspiration behind it and all of that stuff.
Yes, absolutely. So while turning the page on year 5, we were looking at year 6, and we wanted to propose something that would be new, something that would be unique to the player, and that would be a different way to express themselves. So a bunch of you are with us for a long time now. You know that our character customization system is a very complex system with a lot of dependencies, a lot of constraints. So we really looked at it saying, okay, let's try to just forget about all those technical dependencies and just think about what could we create in terms of design and in terms of visual. So that's how we came up with this new type of asset. In terms of design, you need to think of it like it's purely visual. So it's a purely visual asset, and it's really a complement to the story that we want to tell in the season or in the event. So like this time in S21, you will see you're going to have access to it right at the beginning of the season, because it's fitting well with the thematic and all of that. But eventually in the year, you will see that maybe there might be some better opportunities in TU2 or later into the season. So yes, you will have one hero skin every season, but not necessarily at the beginning of the season. Now, like I was saying, for S21, we went all in with this Warden. You can already try to guess which hero is going to be for the future one, but this time it's the Warden, and the story behind it, Jan is going to cover it as well in a sec, but we were kind of trying to think of, okay, who would be the very first Warden in For Honor, and what would be the very, very beginning for him. So that's how the Elvish thematic came up. You are going to see it across the platform this season, but that's really how it evolved. And for the hero skin, you're going to see there is some reference from famous TV series, some movies, even some games, and that's how we came up with this very traditional, full armored design that you're seeing. So there's a lot of metal also. The guy is covered from head to toe, so very, very protected.
This is gorgeous.
One thing that is very interesting for this asset is that we're gonna have some moving patterns on the armor. So
moving patterns
in the pattern and in the texture. Obviously here it's a screenshot, so we won't see it, but you're gonna see it later. There is some moving patterns, which is creating some new effect, and it's something we've never seen on our game before. So it's very cool.
Yeah, that's super cool indeed. Let's go ahead and kind of talk about the narrative aspect of the hero skin, Ian. So who is Lord Ramiel? Who, like, you know,
Ramiel,
so majestic? Give us the details.
He does look majestic, doesn't he? Yeah, thanks. So yes, hi everyone. In Now we're in year 6, season 1, and we finally introduced our first hero skin for a character we call Lord Ramiel, and he is, as Jeremy said, the first warden of Heatmore, the very, very first. And long story short, for his background, to explain who he is, Lord Ramiel, a very long time ago, was in a time of great, terrible war. His people were suffering. And to bring an end to all of that, he sought an ancient mythical creature called the Great Wyvern. And through a ritual that involved the relic called the Chalice of Immortality, the relic at the center of this season, Ramiel and the Wyvern sealed a blood pact that would ensure their mutual protection. So as a result, Ramiel became an immortal being, and with the great Wyvern at his side, they brought peace and prosperity to Wyverndale. So to learn more about Lord Ramiel, players will have the chance to read a three-part short story titled "The Fall of Wyverndale: A Tale from Heathmoor's Golden Age," which will be released on the For Honor website bi-weekly starting March 18th. This is actually part of a new narrative initiative we're doing on For Honor, where we'll release three-part short stories to accompany the release of all of our upcoming hero skins this year. This is the first short story we're trying, and it's just a start because I mean we have some really big stories on the horizon.
Super excited for that. So Warriors definitely.
Well, since they're stepping into my domain now, narrative writing, so I'm going to be dealing with that for sure.
Story, very excited to see to read that and all that stuff. But let's get into customization now, Jeremy. Let's kick it on over back to you. So like I've got my warden. My warden's already kitted out. You know, I've got like my materials and everything kind of set up. But I'm interested in getting the Lord and Ramiel skin. So what can you tell us about like the customization options that you have and how to even equip it? So yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But like I was saying, to deliver this new kind of moving patterns and this new design, like we can just look at the helmet, this is not something we could have done before with the usual pipeline. We had to accept to remove some of the customization options. So it's going to affect two things, basically. The first thing is that we won't be able to mix and match with other sets and other weapons. Because yes, this hero skin is coming with the armor set, but also the weapon. So it's part as a whole, so you need to equip it and think of it as I either equip it as a whole or I don't equip it, but it's really part of a full package. The second thing is that the paint pattern, the ornament, the engraving, the body type, and the skin color are also going to be locked via the full package, like I was saying. The good news is that we succeed to make it work with the alternative material and the color swatch, which is going to give some freedom to the player to be able to really customize and change a bit the feeling of their hero skin. So this is going to be very interesting to see. Other thing is that everything that has to be with the ability side of the barrack, so this nothing has been affected by it. So you can still equip modifix, exec, emote, and signature as you want. You can still go crazy on that side. It's not affecting at all. So you might have the question, or you will have eventually, what happened with the perks? So like I was saying, weapon and armor part, you will be able to still equip the perks that you want.
Okay.
So any perks you have, you will be able to equip it. It's just that it's going to equip the stats, but not the visual. So you won't override the visual of the premium skin, just apply the stats, basically. So it's a brand new asset, but it's also a brand new menu. And I want to give a great shout out because obviously, yes, the character team were central for this new asset, and I want to say a huge thanks and a huge congrats to everyone who worked on it. But I also want to say thank you to the UI team because without them we couldn't be able to present you this today. So like you're gonna see right away, there's a little walkthrough to see how you can unlock. So you have to go on the hero skin on the hero. To select the hero skin, and like you're seeing, what you can customize will be available, what will not be is going to be blocked. And like you're seeing here, we're customizing the material, which is affecting the metal part of the hero and some pattern on the blades. And after that, you're going to see with the color palette, it's going to affect the fabric and some of the precious stone that you're going to find on the weapon. So that's really, you're gonna have some fun, I think, to customize this, and we're pretty proud of how it came out.
Yeah,
it
came
looks
out good.
absolutely amazing. I want to see at least one singular Lord Ramiel skin during the next For Honor fashion contest. So, whoever's out there that wants to make that happen, please and thank you. But yeah, that's pretty much the Lord Ramiel skin. Again, we're kind of showing you the customization option, because you can see the hero skin customization tab above like outfits and stuff like that. But yeah, so you'll be getting one hero skin per season. It'll be obviously for a different hero whenever it does get released during that season. It will cost 25,000 steel. Sorry, I was
25,000 steel.
But it's also
Shoot!
available for real world money at $11.99, and that will include the hero skin in its entirety, 7-day champion status, and of course you will also get 3 scavenger crates. So if you are interested in that, you will have that option as well. But there you have it. That is our first ever hero skin, Lord Ramiel, for Warden. Very excited. It looks amazing as I.
It does look good, no question.
So Ian, Jeremy, I want to thank you guys so much for coming on to talk about it. But before we kind of get out of here, does anyone have any kind of last minute things they want to bring up before we move to the next segment?
Yes, but maybe I can just add, with this addition of this new type of asset, we are not removing anything in terms of armor variation, battle pass, and event pass. You are still going to receive all of that, and you will see maybe the armor variations will have the same thematic of the season. You will see, but yeah, I just wanted to make it clear, it's really another asset that we're proposing, another option basically to the player, but it's not going to remove anything on that end. And really go on Reddit and please let us know what you think about this. We're very happy, and yeah, let us know what you think. Which, speaking of Reddit, it makes me think, I saw some people were asking the question, okay, nice, cool, a new asset, but what happened with the Highlander, the Gladiator, and the Shinobi set 5, that they never received their latest set 5. So honestly, I cannot do any promises on that one. Don't expect anything on the short term, but I think I did saw some stuff in Andrew's folder, so it's all I'm gonna say for now. It's ongoing.
Ooh, teasers for the future, things and stuff.
You heard it here first.
The man mentioned Highlander, Shinobi, and Gladiator. I wonder why he mentioned those heroes.
But fellas, thank you so much for coming on to talk about the hero skins. Really informative, and it looks amazing. So definitely massive congrats, massive thank you to all the teams that worked on it. But Warriors, do not go anywhere, because up next we're going to be talking about the new event that's coming with Year 6 Season 1. And you'll learn the title of that in the next segment. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere. I'll pay attention. All right, so I'm excited for the new hero skin. I think it's going to be really neat. It looks beautiful. It looks great. I'm definitely going to get it. But Ruth is still my baby. I'm sorry, Lord Ramiel, but Ruth will always be my baby. Can I get a chat? What do y'all think? Y'all still think that Ruth is the best Warden, or is Ramiel a good contender? Let me know in chat.
Everybody, we are joined by Julien to talk about the event that will be coming with Year 6 Season 1 Golden Age. So, my friend, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Josh. How are you?
I'm doing really well. It's been a fun show so far. So, might as well just keep adding to it, right?
No, I'm not sarcastic. I like it.
We are going to be covering the Oath of Wyverndale event that will be launching again with Golden Age. So will that go from March 17th all the way through April 7th. So you'll have more than enough time to check out the event if you can't get to it right away. So we're going to go ahead and go over some details about the event. So Julien, you have the floor. What can we expect with the Oath of Wyverndale event?
Yeah, so during the Oath of Wyverndale, you'll get to play, surprise, the Wyverndale game mode. And this game mode is a variation of the Dominion with a boss fight to replace the lane and the minions. So the idea behind this mode is to have both teams race to generate the most victory points by inflicting damage upon the neutral boss, which is going to be Lord Ramiel, presented you earlier on by Jan. And essentially, Lord Ramiel is the very first of the Warden. So in the map during this mode, you will have boosts, and these boosts will help you either damage or survive Ramiel. And the breaking threshold of 1,000 points has been raised to 3,000 to accommodate the higher rate of point generation. So what's really cool about this game mode is the fact that you'll need to develop strategies to manage both your damage generation that you're inflicting upon Ramiel, but also the capture point control that you'll need to upkeep at the same time. So it's definitely a challenge that kept us, the team, coming back for more when we were testing it, and I'm sure it's going to be a challenge that you'll enjoy as well. And one last thing, keep in mind that you do have wyverns flying around on the map, so make sure that you don't get caught by the fireballs that are going to be raining down.
Yeah, we saw a couple of them kind of just like hanging out like on the outskirts of like the map, kind of just watching things happening, and then you have another one flying around there. Would be very unfortunate to get hit by a fireball to come out of the wyvern.
That would be unfortunate. I wouldn't want to be hit by a dragon's fireball.
Yeah, we don't want that. We're trying to stay focused. We're trying to be locked in. We're in battle. So also the oath of is it Wyverndale or Wyverndale? Because like I said a Wyverndale and I heard you say Wyverndale, so I was like, oh no, am I saying it wrong? I hope it doesn't matter. I guess it's like kind of like a tomato thing, you know?
Exactly, Justin.
Yeah, I just checked chat. Some people saying Ruth, other people saying Ramiel. So I'm joking mostly. I still love Ruth more.
A free event pass, and there are quite a lot of things that are in it. We have a mood effect. We have a battle outfit. We have an ornament, and we have lootable weapons as well. And since the event does kind of take place over a nice period of time,
cool. I like the fairy thing that they're going with.
And accumulate these awesome new threads and things.
Delicate fiery.
Here we have
very nice.
The delicate fairy battle outfit, which is in the free event pass. Looking very, very spiffy, looking very nice.
A lot of elvish goodness going on there.
Yeah, elvish goodness. You've got.
I do not need to zoom in that close to Zhang Jun's face. Please back up. Thank you.
For the ornament there.
Yeah. Staying true to the season fantasy.
Yeah, and everything that we've shown off has looked absolutely amazing so far. So hats off to everybody who worked on all of these designs and everything and inspiration and all that stuff. So this right here, what you're seeing is kind of just a sneak peek of what you can see in the free event pass. We are actually going to roll to a free event pass weapons video that you'll be able to kind of check out everything. But before we get to that, Julianne, I just want to thank you so much for coming on to talk about.
Okay, well, the game mode actually looks really fun. That looks like it's going to be a very interesting one.
Thanks for having
it's almost like a Dominion meets a skirmish, and you've got a big boss to fight to beat. Yeah, and they've upped the point number to 3,000 instead of 1,000 because you're going to be gaining points so fast. It looks very interesting. I'm excited for that. These are the weapons for the event battle pass. So these are temporary. Warden's fine. Peacekeeper looks fine. Gladiator looks nice. Again, the music is sick. Oh, Gladiator's is kind of cool. Not a big fan of the trident, but the shield is nice. Black Prior. And not a fan of that one. Very stainless glass or stained glass. Yeah. Oh, look at War Mommies. That's kind of cool. I'm down with that one. Griffin's is okay. Nothing special. No, I don't like Lawbringers. Lawbringers isn't that good to me. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just not good. Conks. Ooh, I kind of like the dragon about to eat the castle thing. That's kind of cool. I'm down with that. It's kind of funny. Raiders is nice. Oh, I see that they're going like an orange look, whereas the Knights were blue. Okay. So the Vikings are going with an orange appearance. Berserkers is okay. Highlanders looks good. It's basic, but it's good. Shamans is... Well, the handle looks nice. Jormungandr's is okay. Jormungandr's is okay. Valkyrie? You know, I swear I've seen that shield before. I swear I've seen that Warlord shield before. I swear these are just reskins. They're not bad looking. I just think that I've seen them before. All right, Ken said, yeah, theirs is gonna be green, so it's color coded. It looks like Samurais are green, Vikings are orange, Knights are blue. Orochi's looks good, actually. I'll give Orochi that. Yo, I could be talking about the weapons. I can't. That music is blowing my mind. Oh, Hitakiri's looks good. Why does it look like Kyoshin's is about to shatter into a million pieces? Oh, Nobushi's looks really good. I like Nobushi's. And Shugoki's looks okay. Purple for the Wulin makes sense. I like Tiandi's. Guys, this music though. Nice Shaolin. It's decent. Nietzsche's is okay. I like the handle. I like the steel contrasting with the purple. And not a big fan of Zhang Jun's. Not as good as what I saw earlier. Tanhu's is good. I like Tanhu's. And that leaves Pirate. Pirate, what you got? Ooh. Okay. That's kind of nice. I like the Pirate's look. That's kind of cool. The blue and aqua blue contrasting with the silver looks really nice. I can get behind that. Again, the music. Testing ground. Testing grounds, guys. Here we go. We're about to talk about who's in the testing grounds coming up. Yeah, I've been excited for this one. And stick around after they're done. I'll do a brief breakdown of what I thought. And then I'll probably release a video later today summarizing everything.
Warriors, welcome back to the den. It is testing grounds time. Well, time to talk about the testing grounds. And to do that, we have JC and Ben here to discuss all fun things. Fellas, how you doing?
Pretty good yourself.
Very well, thank you.
I'm doing pretty good. So, like I said, we will be covering testing grounds stuff, which will be going live on March 31st. But before we do that, we want to go ahead and give you a fight team update and give you a little bit of details on what you can expect to come with the launch of your 6 Season 1 Golden Age. So JC, why don't you go ahead and give us an overview of stuff that we can see coming with the new season?
Okay.
So with the big
Hey, Slanderous, glad you could join us today.
In year 6 Season 1 is the Dominion update. So we've had
Dominion improvements.
Dominion.
Woo!
We wanted to do a bunch of changes, and we wanted to wait until the Dominion series were done before we actually ended up pushing it live.
Okay.
It would have been kind of
What
weird
you got?
to change that up in the middle of a tournament, but now that everything's done, we can go ahead and push it. I'm super excited about it. A lot of changes have been tested already. Some things work, some things didn't work. As usual with testing grounds, it's totally normal. But the idea is that with this, we have we're hopefully having a better base to start on to help players start to push and have different team compositions, make sure that you have different types of objectives and different types of focuses. So that should be really interesting. So Ben, if you want to take us over what the changes are.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but finally we're deploying these changes. So we're gonna start with the stuff that will not be changing after all.
All right.
We've been messing around with the capture speeds in the TGs to kind of alleviate the whole dead ball thing, where a whole team could just demolish everyone in a point, get the point immediately, then go to the other point and rinse and repeat. But in the end, trying to alleviate that by changing the capture speed caused more issues than it solved, basically. So by making the capture speed faster when everyone is capturing at the same time, there are no situations where a fight for a point could last for 5, 6, or 7 minutes and never change hands. So we learned that in the TG. That's it's a learning on our part, and we are just reverting everything within the TG and going back to the regular capture speeds.
So regular capture speeds.
On the stuff that is going to change, we're gonna start with the Renown. That's the big one that everyone was really anticipating, really. So All heroes will now gain the same renown for every single action in the game. So if you're killing someone as an assassin, you're going to get 20 renown. If you're killing someone as a hybrid, you're getting 20 renown. And all of the different activities are going to wield the same renown. So I think everyone is going to be on board with this. It's the biggest change in the meta, and we hope that hybrids and assassins in general are going to be happy about this, because they were kind of feast or famine on the whole renown.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. I don't really hate this decision.
Yeah, so as you can see, we are still going with the defense zone renown removal, but we've heard the players saying that, you know, the removal of defense zones made trying to contest a point less risky than we wanted it to be in the end. So to alleviate that, we are introducing a brand new system. So when you are contesting zones, the amount of renown you will gain is going to depend on who owns that zone at that point. So what this means is, if you're contesting your own zone, you're going to get a certain amount of renown, let's say 36 per minute. But if you're contesting an enemy zone, you're getting less renown per minute. So this encourages you to protect your own zone and encourages you to attack zones when you are making more of a organized effort, more than just kind of trickling in just so that you get your contesting renown and no one else.
I don't think that's enough of a difference to really make it something I'm encouraged to do, though. That's the thing.
Boosting a zone the best source of zone renown gain, so that if you are boosting a zone and you're just sitting there not doing much, you are at least getting a lot of renown.
I'll turn up their volume.
And this encourages the other team from preventing you from doing that. So we're hoping this is kind of like the healthy cycle of Dominion that will be going forward, and we'll be monitoring.
Is that any better?
Goes.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I find that this method that we're using right now is really cool, because you end up, like, you can just hang back and go into your zone, clear some minions, and like keep that going, but it will not actively prevent your opponents from really getting renown. So you really want to stop them. So you will have to go into their point, lower their renown gain a little bit. You're still gonna get some. You won't get as much as them. So you want to go there, kill them as fast as you can, so you can capture the zone, start boosting, and have a bit more back and forth in that. So that's what I'm really looking forward. I find it's a super interesting concept that we have right now.
Yep. Moving on to the special renown.
Okay.
We don't really have a name, but we're calling them special renown. It's the bunch of stuff that you are getting for doing, you know, looking at the moon while you're killing someone, get +5 renown. All of these stuff is they're gone. They were making the renown gain very obtuse and very hard to understand for players, and for no real gain. So like, no one was really playing for these rewards. They were just getting them for no real reason.
Right.
And so we are only keeping the 3 rewards that we feel are helping comebacks, really. So stuff that you can do while you're behind to help you come back, but all the other stuff, it's gone. Next, we have the feat thresholds. So with all of the gigantic
Okay, this is what I was kind of waiting for.
changes that we have, there was no way we were going to keep the same feat thresholds. We had to kind of adjust them, and if we're going to do it, might as well change the one thing that was weird with the old feat thresholds, which is they were all over the place. Like you didn't feel a sense of progression.
So we're going to be able to get our feats a lot faster. Okay.
Now, the
Okay.
higher your feat tier, the longer it takes to unlock it. So when you go from feat 1 to 2, it's rather fast, but from going from 3 to 4 is much longer. So you really feel the reward for getting feat 4.
And it's important to note here that like a lot of this is also based off the fact that we removed a lot of that special renown. We adjusted the renown gain. So these are adapted a little bit. You should be getting your feats relatively around the same time, or maybe a little bit quicker, but nothing overly jarring. So there's no need to like panic of, oh my god, it's like 320 to get feat 4, but it's totally fine. So we're good to go with this.
Yep, that's it. And finally, on the whole points gain, basically, we're
You
going to
gain.
go with
Okay,
the
so now it's going to be
values
you gain more points holding a zone.
TGs.
Less points
so
boosting.
we are making the
and more points
boosted
controlling minion lane.
zones gain
Okay.
a bit less, but just
It's not a big
controlling
change,
the
really.
zone is worth more than before, and the minion lane is a little more than before. So we feel that after looking at the data,
I was never good at math, I'll be
this
honest.
is a pretty cool balance to keep the matches around the same length, while still making all the points kind of equally important. So you can't just leave the lane alone or leave the points alone and just concentrate on the lane. So there's going to be a back and forth going. We're hoping, at least. And really, that's about it. So leaving it to JC for a final comment, maybe.
Yeah, no, I find these changes are super amazing. Like I said, I think that
Yeah, I think the Dominion improvements are fine.
For us is the possibility of pushing towards different.
Yeah, I agree with the Curse Silent. It's nice, but it sounds a lot like they didn't change that much. It's kind of like we tweaked a few minor things, but nothing major. So fine changes, but they're not going to make a huge amount of difference.
Close your home point in the minion lane. Maybe you're going to be able to combat try to control both points, like A and C. So all those types of things are really what we're trying to push towards, right? Making sure that the minion is more exciting, more engaging, and has a better payoff at the end, while still being strategic and making sure that you have to make the right calls at the right moment, like we see right now. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to see that go live, and that should be really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, Ben. Thank you so much for going through that. It's like a lot of numbers there, a lot of different values. So I definitely appreciate you taking the time to explain it in a way that is like understandable for everybody. But so, all right. That is the stuff that'll be coming.
Now let's talk about the heroes.
Golden Age on March 17th. Now let's get to testing grounds stuff.
Testing ground.
TG. All right. So this is gonna run from March 31st to April 6th. We've got some stuff, JC. Who's gonna be in this testing grounds?
Right. So we're gonna have a second iteration of Conqueror in the testing grounds.
Conqueror's coming back. I knew he would.
We're not as we expected. They're not the result that we wanted. So we have no problem putting Conqueror in a second testing ground. We've done it before with Shinobi, with like some of their high characters like Raider and stuff, where you end up having, they're gonna launch it a little bit later, but at the same time we want to get something that's really good and healthy and feels really great. So we're gonna do a second iteration of Conk. But here's the thing, though. I see like Conk seems kind of lonely here, right? Like it looks like there's space next to him.
Could we?
Yeah. So I wonder who's there.
Who's that warrior?
Shaolin! Hey, my monkey man.
Shaolin in these testing grounds, super highly requested character. Right now, one of the worst characters to play in the game competitively. And
false. That's Nucia, but
like
continue.
We're hoping to push Shaolin again to be a lot more playable. Again, the goal of reworks, just to make sure people understand it, we're not aiming to make these characters like, oh my god, S tier must pick all the time. We're really trying to bring them up to par to the rest of the cast and make sure that they're actually playable, they're good, and have a bit more of a squish in the tier rankings and that sort of stuff. But I'm super excited for Shaolin as well, so that should be really, really interesting.
That is super, super dope. Ben, do you have anything to add about having Conk and Shaolin in the team?
Wait, are y'all not going to talk about what's changing?
Both of these, I've played both of these. I played both of these, and I think the Conk is going to reduce the frustrations people have had with the first version for sure. And,
y'all aren't going to talk about what's changing? Y'all talk about it.
The whole comfort of playing Conqueror has been like shot through the roof. Like I feel it's just so much. It feels so much better in your hands. And Shaolin. It's a lot of fun. I always like the hero, but now that he's like a lot more viable, that you're kind of more incentivized to go into the key stand stuff.
Oh my gosh, come on!
It's it feels like I want to dive into the hero all over again. So look forward to the videos explaining what we did.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you joined us for our last testing grounds, and we not testing grounds, our last Warriors Den, and we had a testing ground segment, you would know that JC and kind of sat down and kind of went through the moves, and we kind of recorded that video previously. So we're gonna do that again here. Alex is joining JC to talk about.
Oh, okay. So they are. Okay. I overreacted. All right, we're good.
So
we're good.
We're gonna let the video
Cheers.
play, and then we'll come back for final thoughts, and then move on. So without further ado, enjoy.
All right, let's see what we got. Show me.
All right, so hi everybody. We're gonna be showing you the changes to Conqueror and Shaolin right now that are coming up in the next testing grounds. So we're gonna start with Conqueror. So for Conqueror, we took a slightly less heavy-handed approach for the character this time around. We wanted to make sure we did a testing ground again because there's some changes in here that are quite large. So we wanted to make sure that everything was okay and we're all happy with them. And the idea is that we really tried to focus on addressing what makes Conqueror more frustrating to fight against, and also kind of pushing the character's archetype in 1v1 and in group fights to be a lot more focused. So
okay.
That's what we're going to be looking at right now. So first up, we've actually removed charging heavies in chains. So as you can see, I have my heavy. I'm holding my heavy right now. I can't charge my attacks at all anymore.
Oh, so, okay. So they took away his unblockable heavy.
It caused so many issues. We had a lot of like flickering problems, a bunch of different types of issues, and it added a lot of complexity to the character.
Well, that's fine. I never really saw that many people use it anyway.
Remove that. Hopefully, everybody's gonna be happy with it, but the character doesn't end up needing it after all. We've also removed the undodgeable from those chained heavies. So Alex, we're not gonna actually dodge them, right? So because of that, again, like those undodgeables were kind of oppressive.
Yeah, I agree with that. His undodgeable heavies were a bitch. I'm glad that they took that away.
And on top of that, it again did not feel that necessary with the rest of the changes that are coming. The other change that's rather big that we've done is we've removed the infinite light, right? So if I mash light,
wait, no infinite lights?
My light. So I only have 2 lights. I have a light finisher.
Oh, that's gonna make people mad. Hey, chat, how do y'all feel about them taking away his infinite light?
They're kind of like players constantly get hit by them. It's difficult to react to on lower end hardware and on the for players that are not as used to the game. And at top level, they're completely useless. Players can react to them, parry them, whatever, and it's not a problem. So we've decided to remove that aspect entirely because it wasn't quite working anyway. But one of the things we've done is that shield bash, which you can have now, you can do it after any attack, including light finishers. So if
okay.
Heavy,
That's nice.
Bash, you can do light into a shield bash. You can do heavy as before into a shield bash.
Shield bash go brrr.
A light finisher like here. I get a shield bash afterwards, right? So that's kind of like the interesting here is that like Conk can actually extend his chains even if he does lights at the end and keep going.
Okay, so they took away his chained lights, but they've made it so that he can now shield bash off of any ending move. So he can just keep continuing his chain. It's not that his chain is gone, it's just that they've changed the way he does it.
Is no longer, it's you do light afterwards, yeah. So it's no longer armored or unblockable, and it now has a stance. Reason for that being that Conk is not a ganker. Like when nobody's expecting Conqueror to gank, nobody's expecting those types of things to happen. Yet it was actually quite strong in the testing grounds that we had before. So we've decided to eliminate that aspect as well. Another thing that we've done is that so we had in the previous testing grounds that you could dodge cancel out of the recovery of full block stance like this. We've actually removed this. It created like weird wave dashing opportunities where you could like throw an attack, cancel a recovery by this, and then dodge out of it, and you were able to you were able to avoid a bunch of different things here. So there's a little bit more delay also when you exit full block stance. Here it's so that you don't get a faster recovery, because the way it worked is you could get actually a faster recovery in some cases by just tapping down in your recovery. You can go like this, tapping down, and then you would just tap down really quickly, and you will recover faster than if your heavy actually ended their recovery. So there's a 100 ms more at the end of that recovery, and that works quite well.
Okay.
We've also lowered the damage.
Wait, whoa, what is this? Weren't you just saying you took that away?
Deal 32, now they deal 20.
What?
Again, it's more normalization damage here. It made no sense to deal that much damage, and it also has less range. So now this is gonna hit, but if I go a little bit further,
I thought you just took that away. Am I crazy?
Yeah, so we reduced the range on this. So we had problems in the previous testing grounds where you could charge your heavies, and then you had so much forward movement that you can actually do off-screen hits with it. So an unblock, you can imagine an unblockable that deals a lot of damage coming from off-screen. That's hard to react to. Didn't make a lot of sense. So we've taken care of this as well. The other change that we also have is that the shield bash in chains does not move forward as much as it used to. Again, we don't want to have characters really rely hardcore on this.
Oh, they took it away in chains. Okay, okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. All right, now I'm on the same page. I was so confused.
Last but not least, we've actually put dodge forward bash back to 100 milliseconds from the front dodge. It used to be at 300 in previous testing grounds. So the idea here is that we wanted to make sure that Conqueror actually has a lot more pressure from neutral without giving him like extra dodge attacks and forwards or whatever. So
Okay.
The mix-up that actually works on live right now works on Conqueror, and it works quite well. So we've decided to keep it and keep the idea here. And oh, one last thing before I forget: zone attack. People thought it was lackluster because it costs too much stamina, etc. So now the change we've done is that it costs 20 instead of costing 40 stamina. So that makes quite a difference here as well. You can use it a lot more. It should be a lot less underwhelming.
Okay.
The game plan for Conqueror in this testing ground basically is you want to land as many shield bashes as you can, right? So you can do it from here.
Well, yeah, that was the goal before.
Dodge. You can do it in chains, whatever you'd like. Whenever you land a shield bash, you get a flailed uppercut. And once you've gotten that flailed uppercut, you are frame advantage, which means that you actually can do flailed uppercut into heavy feinted guard break, and if your opponent tries to dodge it, you're able to guard break them in most
Holy
cases.
mess.
And in the cases where you can't, so for example here what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a flail uppercut into a heavy that I'm going to let go. And I can go into my down stance and block attacks. So
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So okay, I kind of like this because it means that Conquerors now have to think about what they're doing outside of just, you know, spam the same damn thing over and over. They're still having to use the shield bash, but they're having to think about how they follow it up rather than just hee unblockable heavy bonk.
Into a shield bash, into whatever you'd like, and it works really well, right? So it you get a lot of pressure here, and you want to have your opponents to. You want to force your opponent condition to try to parry your heavy, right? Because if you do this after a heavy, then I have, if Alex doesn't parry this, right? Then the problem that he has is that I go back into another mix-up if I want. I can go into another bash here and keep going.
Oh, it's terrifying. Okay. At first I thought this was just going to be a major nerf. It's not as bad as I was thinking.
Into my down stance, try to beat things. I can bait parries with these things. I can do a lot of different things that are like super interesting. It works super well, and we've managed. What we wanted to do was reduce the complexity and the amount of crazy properties the hero had.
Okay, all right. So I'm very curious to try out Conk now. I'm very curious to try out this new Conk.
People like this, it works well, and we want to have the Conqueror be super proactive. If you want to be able to actually deal damage, you have to be a lot more aggressive. And really get into your chains, do a lot more.
It's not important.
Get into that feeling. So that's it for Conk. We're going to look at Shaolin next. Okay, cool. So welcome back, Alex. We're going to be looking at Shaolin now and what the changes are coming to the testing ground. So please show us the way.
All right, Shaolin's turn.
Yeah, okay. So our goal with the Shaolin was to improve his flow a bit. Because right now on live, no matter what you do, as soon as your opponent knows the character, they're always going to stop your flow. And also, there was not really a purpose to go into key stance because the options were not great. So we also tried to improve that side of the character.
All right.
So first off, let's take a look at the openers. One thing that we did was make the top light enhance. That way you can go into your key stance from there.
So okay, so you cool. It's an enhanced light, but it's from the top only.
Yeah. The other thing that we did for the character's opener is now the side dodge heavy can flow into key stance, and it can also go into your chains.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be terrifying. The side dodge heavy is now you can now flow into chains and get a key stance addition. Okay.
Then,
I'm terrified.
Look at the key stance itself. So we did a lot of improvement there. One of the first things that we did was to make sure that we have attack parity here. because before your top and side attacks would all be different, but now all the lights are the same, all the heavies are the same. So let's take a look at the light first. They're now all 500 ms and they're all enhanced now. So if we go, let's say here, yeah, see that it's enhanced.
Okay.
So that should be a bit better from there. And before, whenever the Shaolin was doing the side lights, it was even worse because they were 700 ms, so it was just a free parry every time. Now for the heavy, they're now all 800 ms and undodgeable, and that goes for the top as well. The top before was 1200 ms, I think, and unblockable. And
Okay, so they took away his unblockable from the top.
Weird, since you can find them as well.
But now it's undodgeable.
They're all at 600, and they're all undodgeable. The other thing is...
Slanders was 100% right about this, guys.
So that's it. Then what
Slanders freaking called it.
The sweep attack. On live right now, the sweep can only be done after a kick, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So we remove that, and instead we put the sweep after any key stance attack. So either you do kick, light, sweep.
What?
Kick, heavy sweep,
Holy!
light sweep.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared of Shaolin now.
Like that. So the sweep is 800 ms now, but it can now be feinted, which was not the case before. So that's the first...
And you can feint the sweep! Can we get Valkyrie that too? Can we get Valkyrie a feinted sweep?
That should be something.
What is this?
Also...
Yeah, I remember Slanders. You did a video about Shaolin and your expectations for him. I remember that. It's been a while since I've watched it, but I do remember you making that prediction.
Go to your opener. But that dedicated follow-up can now chain. Or it will go back to key stance itself. So you get a flow of going back and forth to your chain and to key stance, basically.
Oh my
so
lord!
That's pretty much it for the main character flow. Just having all those moves tied together and having better openers should make the character way more accessible and strong.
Yeah, it's super interesting to see like that flow. Just that little tweak that we did of adding that sweep after the key stance attacks makes a huge difference. The character feels a lot better. You get a lot more pressure in 1v1s. And what's interesting too is that because it's feintable, right? You can feint the guard break, or you can feint the parry, or feint the dodge, or whatever. And all the options that you get out of that sweep now also always lead back to key stance, right? So if you want to have and put that pressure and go towards that, then you can always go back. It feels really, really good. So next up, I think we have some quality of life changes as well.
Okay.
Exactly. So first off, we took a look at the sprint attack. Before, it was a bit weird. You could not really link to any attack if you hit it.
Yeah, that was weird. I never liked that you kicked, but that's all it really did.
And how you press the buttons. Like if you switch stance, it wouldn't work. If they were already in the right stance, I think they would block it. So it's kind of messy. So we made it so that the branching is a bit more comfortable to the player. Then talking about comfort, we removed the true timing restriction on the triple side light.
Yeah, like we've done with
so now you can just smash it, it's gonna work.
Yeah, it's
but you can also just hold it.
Okay, so now they've taken away the timing thing. You can just mash the light button and you'll get all 3 hits. Who needs skill? Just turn off your brain and bash.
The other thing that we did was to remove the unblockable heavy after the kick. And the reason for this is because it was not really it was a terrible option. Like you would always go for the guaranteed damage. But now with the sweep, it's even more true because you can get your guaranteed damage and still have the unblockable feint mix-up with the sweep. So the heavy didn't have its place on the character kit. Also, another change that we did was allow the player to dodge from key stance. So that way you won't have to press B before end. So it should be a bit more comfortable, and it also makes the key stance a bit better because it means that you have some defensive options out of it as well.
Yeah.
because before you would always get guard broken or bashed out of it. So now you have a little extra option.
Yeah, and that works really well too, because like at some point you're able to use it better in group fights, and because the dodge attacks also now always need the key stance as well. It's kind of like the feeling of we always want to get everything to go back to key stance. We're improving key stance, so we're really trying to center the character into hardcore. Going, okay, so I want to have ways to go into key stance. When I'm in key stance, I want to be able to apply pressure.
Yeah, genuinely, I think these changes to Shaolin are really good. I'm actually very impressed with these. Better flow, better overall experience with the character, more options out of key stance than just what we had. They took away his unblockable, but I didn't think Shaolin ever needed an unblockable.
So the problem that we had with zone attack before was that it was a bit of a weird and frustrating move, especially for a newer player, because the timing made it so that you couldn't dodge in between hits. Sometimes you couldn't parry. Sometimes they would be guaranteed. Like it was just a very, very strange move. So now we slowed it down, but we also drastically improved the trajectory, so it should be better.
They really slowed down the zone.
You're outnumbered. And also, we made it so that you could target swap in between each hit, so then you're able to just move your trajectory around. So it should be, well, much more easier to use and way less frustrating than before.
Yeah, what's kind of interesting now, like you can throw it at me and I can dodge like if I get hit by the first one, I can dodge again, no problem. What was happening before was that if the second hit landed, like actually hit you, like the third hit was guaranteed, and if you blocked the second hit, the third hit would be auto blocked, and so it created all sorts of weird situations where like it looked like you might have had an option, but in fact you didn't. So with this, yeah, it's a little bit slower, but it's a lot more consistent. And with the additional buffs, with like lower stamina costs, higher damage, better trajectories, target swappable, we're really hoping that it's gonna push that move to a higher level than it ever was. That's kind of interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's about it.
Yeah.
We're really hoping that this should improve the flow and make the character way better. During our playtest, like everybody seemed to be enjoying the character way more than before.
Good.
And we hope you do too.
All right, so thank you. We're gonna get back to Josh, and we'll see you in a minute.
All right. Well, I'm a fan.
Folks, that is the testing grounds that will be going live on March 31st. JC, do you have any final thoughts on everything before we could do on out of here?
No, I'm super excited. As everybody's seen, the reworks look really awesome.
I like Drew. Shaolin gonna get his lunch money back from all the bullies. He literally became the Karate Kid. He learned from Mr. Miyagi. Now he's here to get back at you.
Speaking of Shaolin, Ben just had to use Shaolin's tier 4 feat and teleported out of here. But that's pretty cool. So thank you, Ben. Thanks for joining us. And thanks to Alex, like really hardcore. You really helped us make those videos. That's really appreciated, and it's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks to you, JC, Alex, Ben, the whole team who worked on the changes that are coming to testing grounds and the fight team stuff that we talked about at the top of the segment. So super excited about everything. But that's it for Testing Grounds Warriors. Don't go anywhere because we will be right back with the content of the week.
All right, content of the week. What you got for me, boys? Oh, it went dark. There we go. Wrapping up. Let's go. We're almost done, guys. Hang with me a little longer. Y'all been very patient. Thank you.
What a show. That was awesome. I want to thank everyone in chat for sticking with us through this show. I hope you guys are as ready as we are for Season 21. Year 6, Season 1, Golden Age. If you joined us partway through the show, we've got a quick recap for you. We've got an awesome new in-game realization starting with Year 6. We've got a new testing ground that's going to be coming at you on March 31st. It's going to feature Shaolin and our boy the Conk. Mess with the Conk, you get the bonk. And if you haven't seen it in chat already and want the mind explosion of a For Honor lifetime, Crossplay is coming to For Honor. So
as long as y'all keep it trying to edit it so that it isn't hell for us.
Skin, Lord Ramiel, which will be coming to the Warden and that'll be available on season launch. Hero skins are a new feature coming to For Honor, and we're excited for you guys to get your hands on them and enjoy them. And
Majestic. That's the only thing I have to the only if you had a singular word to describe this, it would be majestic.
Very much. I want his hair. Super bad. Anyway, and this will all be coming at you in tandem with the Oath of Wyverndale event, which is going live on March 17th. That will have some content of the week coming with it from March 17th through April 7th. I love that we put a wyvern in For Honor and we actually called it a wyvern. It's too much media out there calling wyverns dragons, and I'm sick of it.
Do you have something against dragons, Brian?
I don't. I love dragons, but a wyvern and a dragon are different things, and too much entertainment's getting it wrong. So,
fair, but what? You know what? I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. I'm not going to address it. Not right now. I'll address it later.
What's the difference? I actually don't know.
But we've also got some executions and mood effects and a bunch of we got materials for pirate. So Josh, do you want to take us through it?
Yes, I might butcher the name of this, but we have the Trials Triumph. This is 10k steel. If you want to tenderize your opponents and slice their heads off,
holy crap!
You can do so with this execution. Very brutal, very tenderizy. We also have
demon wings, demon wings.
I can't say that word. Jeez. For 5k steel, this is an idol. You're standing there just looking super badass with your wyvern wings.
I love that we're getting more wings.
I'm down for wings.
Big fan.
I like the wings. Yeah, those are sick. I'm giving it to my demon conqueror.
Sauced wings. Just love wings.
Yep. Bony wings, all that fun stuff. And we also have another idol called All That Glisters. I actually didn't know that glisters was a word until like a couple of like today actually.
I got a pretty deep vocab and I had to look it up, so don't feel bad.
Also, we also have Lucky Strike, little. Was that a 4-leaf clover?
Yeah, three-leaf, 4-leaf.
I don't know.
There's a number of leaves, and these are going to be on sale. They're not going to be 5k steel as you see on the screen. They are going to be 1,703, and for that price, they're quite a steal.
Discount.
Don't ever do that again, boys. Don't ever do that again. That was cringe.
And I believe we have some materials as well. So since the pirate just came out, and so she would have missed out on some of the materials we released earlier in For Honor, the firewood and seawater materials will be available to pirate, as they naturally should be, because both of those are very piratey. And those will be available for 10k steel a piece. So that's everything for the materials. We're going to have the arcade quest, the Fukuro Festival, which will be coming at you. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything. What a show. And
that was quite a show.
Thank you to everyone in chat for coming to the show. Josh, did you have a good time?
I had a great time, and I hope everyone out there did as well. If you are watching on YouTube, hello, hi, we are on Twitch as well. We actually do these on like whenever we announce them, so keep an eye out on all of our social platforms. Be sure to follow us on Twitch at For Honor Game and all of our social platforms under the same name. 'Twas a fun show, Brian.
It was a glorious time. Thank you so much.
Leave the accents to me, buddy.
We super appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with For Honor. 6 years of For Honor. I'm so pumped. This is going to be the best year yet. Thank you, everyone. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time. Later, Warriors.
Okay, well, what a show. Am I right? What a show. Okay, so let's do a brief overview. Let's talk very briefly about what we just saw, and then we'll wrap things up, shall we? Oh, wow. My YouTube thing is just now starting to catch up with itself. Anyway. Okay, so all the things we heard, a lot of it I kind of knew was coming. I had some kind of expectation on it, and I kind of knew what to expect. I actually really like a lot of the stuff I heard. I can't speak for everybody, but I like a lot of the stuff I heard. The testing ground changes they're bringing to Conqueror and Shaolin I actually think are pretty decent. I think that Conqueror is going to be better than what they released last time, because last time I felt he was a little too strong, a little too unstoppable. Now I think he's going to be a lot better. I think they've changed him up in a way that will actually work well for him. I think that Conqueror is going to be more interesting. And as for Shaolin, I never really thought of him as needing an update necessarily, but after looking it over, I can now see how what he's getting is going to help him out. I think that the fact that they're giving more options for his key stance, allowing him to dodge out of key stance, and letting him do more things out of certain moves, like for example having his dodge in kick grant him access to a light. I always kind of felt like, wouldn't that be obvious, you know? So yeah, I think what they're doing with Shaolin is going to be interesting too. It's not so much that it makes him OP, but enough that he's going to be an actual contender now, which is what they wanted to do. Now, some people in the chat were saying, do they just not care about Nucia? And I'm kind of asking the same question. Do they want to fix Nucia? Because Nucia really does need some work. I wish that they would fix her up, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, the testing grounds looks fascinating. Very excited for what they're going to do there. The hero skin. I'm a little disappointed that the hero skin is basically gender locked. It's basically giving you someone's look, and then you just go out into it, because because to me, I would have thought that Ramiel would have looked a lot better as a female or a male, but it's just male, which is fine. There's no problem there. I just thought that they would do that. It is nice that you're going to be able to change the material and armor and pattern coloration, which is going to be interesting. That'll be cool. I look forward to seeing a lot of Ramiels running around, but let's be honest, after a while, some people are going to want to go back to, you know what, I liked customizing my own warden the way I wanted to, so I think that we will see that come back. So I don't think Ramiel is going to take over for Honor. I do think that we'll see a lot more of them pop up. But I do like Ramiel. As for the lore, I will do a video in the future talking about my thoughts on the lore, how I think it makes sense or whether it doesn't make sense, and I'll talk more about what you can expect from it in the future. And I will also talk about whether or not I think that this is a good idea or a good direction that they're going. And because right now, I'm still on the high of just seeing that cool trailer, hearing that awesome music. I need to sit down and think about that story a little bit and see what I think about it. And then finally, the crossplay thing. Look, here's the thing. I have heard mixed responses about the crossplay situation, and here's my thoughts on it. On the one hand, you've got people saying crossplay is a great idea because it's going to revitalize the game. People are going to want to come back to it. They're going to want to play with their friends who play on different platforms. I know I have lots of friends and fans who do not play on PS4 like I do, and they're going to be excited to get to play with me. Absolutely, and I do think that that's true. But then you have the other camp that says it's not a good idea because PC gamers have an automatic advantage over console players because they have 60 frame per second gameplay, which means that they will be able to anticipate moves a lot better than the console players. So that means that PC will just have this inherent advantage that console players can't match. And honestly, I see the argument on both sides. Because let me be fair. I've played on PC for Honor, and while I do think that, yeah, the lights are a little bit easier to see coming, a lot of it comes down to skill too. And there are people who play PC who are not going to be as skilled as a person on PS4. I think the best player on a PS4 or an Xbox will be able to wipe the floor with a weak player on a PC. I think that skill does play a role in that. Now, do I think that that determines everything? No, technology plays a role too, and I think we do need to keep that in mind. What do I think they're going to do? Well, I think what they're going to try to do is adjust it so that the frame rate is a little less on PC, like they're going to nerf the PC experience just a little to make them capable of playing against console players. And again, keep in mind, if you don't want to do it that way, you have the option to opt out of cross-platform. And until they fully fix the problems with cross-platform, that might be what a lot of people do. So I don't think it's going to ruin For Honor. I don't think it's going to kill For Honor. I don't think it's going to be the worst thing ever. So I think that what this is doing is it's going to create a new opportunity for people to play with friends across platforms, and I think that that is a good thing. Now, let me say this too. If I'm wrong, and I've been wrong before, I'm not always accurate. If I'm wrong, and this is going to be a major problem for console players, then I might end up, and I'm not sure yet, might end up getting a PS5. Now, I need a lot of money to do that, obviously. And you might be wondering, well, Raven, you have a PC. Why not just stream yourself playing on PC? Because for some reason, my PC will not allow me to stream myself. It will not allow me to stream while gaming at the same time. It's a little wonky. It's a little weird like that. I don't know why it does that. It's really messed up. But first, I want to see how it goes. I want to see how the cross-platform experience is. And if it's not that big of a deal, no need. I'll just stick with the PS4. But if it is a big deal, I might splurge for a PS5. And here's a question. Do any of y'all know this? Let me ask you guys in chat. Do any of y'all know this? If I were to get a PS5, let's say hypothetically, if I were to get a PS5 and I were to get For Honor on PS5, because I played originally on PS4, would I have to start from scratch on the PS4, on the PS5? Or would my PS4 content transfer over to PS5 since both are PlayStations? I don't know how that works. Would that be how that works? Or I mean, if not, then awesome. That would be an even more. That would be a bigger incentive to get it. If so, because I'm just curious. Let me know in the chat or in the comments below. With what you think would happen if I did that, because I don't know. I've never met anyone who went from For Honor PS4 to PS5, so I don't know what would happen. No, it wouldn't happen. It transfers over? You think it transfers? Okay, so it would transfer over. All right. Well, we'll see. Let me see what a cheap PS5 would cost. Cheap PS5, that's a new joke. I'll see what I can do. But again, that all depends on how this cross-platform thing works. Anyway, that about wraps things up here, guys. It's been, how long have we been going now? I'm kind of curious. Oh, over 2 hours, and it is now almost 1:30 where I live, and I haven't eaten anything today. So I'm going to go and make myself some lunch and get myself something to eat while I process everything that happened. Maybe later today or tomorrow I will release a video summarizing everything that I heard, talking about everything that was said, and giving you my full opinion. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Slanderous, for hopping on this stream. Really appreciate you making an appearance. And I want to thank all of you for coming aboard to watch this. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing to the channel. Please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. I always read the comments, even if I don't always respond. If you liked more of this For Honor stuff, I do a For Honor stream almost every week. I'll probably do one this Thursday to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And we'll get to try out the new looks, the new stuff, everything. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. More stuff coming this week, guys, or if not this weekend. It's just been a really weird week, guys. And also, other bit of news, I'm pulling a double on Saturday at work, so I will not be doing any updates or videos on Saturday, shame to say, but we'll see what happens. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.